Yes, Man City 3, West Ham 0. We thought West Ham Manchester City might have been a thing after they put up a very tough first half, but we got the win in the end. Record-breaking Braut Haaland again. It's almost every couple of games we're saying that. But Erling Haaland, 51 goals in all comps, but the record is 35 in just the Premier League alone. In what, 31 games? Beating the 42 game record now, which was Shearer and Andy Cole on 34. But yeah, West Ham review. Make sure to like the video, it just helps other City fans find the video, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, let's get into it. So like I said, they made it a tough first half. I think they had the only chance in the first half. It was a Jared Bowen shot straight at Stefan Ortega, who made a surprise start. Did not see that coming whatsoever. But yeah, clean sheet for him. It's Ederson's in my fantasy team, so of course it's the first game we keep a clean sheet in a while. It's Ederson's not in it. No Kevin De Bruyne for my fantasy either, but at least Erling got on the score sheet. But we start with Stefan Ortega just because I was talking about him. But yeah, first start in a while, clean sheet. That's 8 in his last 11 now. No, all clean sheets in the FA Cup. I think, yeah, he's having a very good season. I'm kind of happy he started. I've been calling for him to start for ages, but then Ederson got into pretty good form, and did he get dropped? Goalkeepers don't really need rest. Maybe he got dropped after. Do you remember when we scored against Arsenal and then Pep kind of went mad at him as we scored for maybe not staying calm or something, was it? Something like that. But it's funny that it's like that Thierry Henry thing in Barcelona. Thierry Henry had a story like Thierry Henry scored maybe a goal or a couple of goals, but he got subbed off because in order to score those goals, he kind of went against Pep's orders and just didn't do exactly what he said. So Pep took him off. It's one of those things, if you don't do it by the book, even if you score once, you'll get taken off, because maybe it's a long-term thing. If you might be more encouraged to do your own thing if you score, but in the long run, Pep wants it done his way. But maybe this was another case. Ederson, he played a good ball. I think it was to Stones who lumped it up to Erling Haaland for Kevin De Bruyne's goal, and then Pep goes mad at him. Everyone on Twitter was kind of raving about Pep just wants perfection every time. So even if we score, if you're not doing it by the book, he's not too best pleased. Drop for this game, I guess. But yeah, that's just a little strange thing, a little similar to that Thierry Henry thing. If you don't do it as Pep says, it doesn't matter if it came off that time, you're getting dropped. So that's, yeah, so Stefan Ortega's in the team. Erling Haaland, record breaking like we said. Bit of a quiet game, that's just because West Ham frustrated us. That first half in general, it was just camped back in their own half. Thank God we scored early-ish in the second half. It was in the 50th minute by Nathan Ake. But yeah, Nathan Ake back into the side as well. I keep going off on little tangents, but Nathan Ake back into the side after injuries the last couple of weeks. We never found out how long he'd be, but then all of a sudden he just appeared in training and he's back starting and with a goal on his return. Great delivery by Mahrez. That is kind of an offside trap trick. That just maybe that kind of that goal. Just maybe one of our defenders running early, so it drags one or two defenders with him. Agbana fell for the bait and Ake just slipped in behind him for him to hit home. So yeah, love that from Nathan Ake. Him and Jack Grealish are the two most improved players this season by far. And speaking of Jack Grealish, he got the assist for Erling Haaland's record-breaking goal. Apparently they talked about it before the game, but yeah, that's who got it. That came 20 minutes later, so it was still quite cagey up until the 70th minute, and then we were just sailing through for the last 30 minutes. But yeah, first half, very cagey, just struggled to break them down. Was that due to maybe the team that we played? It was a bit of a strange one. Like we said, no one expected Stefan Ortega to start. And then Noah Kanji, he's a first choicer these days. Noah Kanji in the team. Kyle Walker keeping his place. That was interesting to see. Is Pep although he's a little bit shaky on the ball at times, is Pep kind of just getting him in the team, maybe previewing for Vinicius maybe? I'm not sure. Laporte, what's Laporte got to do to get a game? That brother is out this summer, that's for sure. He's definitely gone in the summer. Didn't start even with Nathan Ake's injury roles. Didn't really get game time when he was injured either. And then the sub was for Akanji for Ake. So I was like, that would have been prime to give Laporte a bit of game time, either off as a start instead of Ake, or from the bench instead of Ake. Yeah, that was quite mad. So yeah, he's definitely off in the summer. We're going to have to replace him with someone good. I really don't know about Gvardiol. Our summer transfer window isn't looking too good, with Jude now off to Madrid. Alexis McAllister looking like he's going to Liverpool. Yeah, it ain't looking good at the moment, but hopefully we keep Bernardo. And who knows, hopefully Gundogan mightn't leave us if we don't have a good replacement, because for a Man City possible legend, that wouldn't be a great way to leave us if we can't replace him adequately. We didn't replace Company until a year later, although that turned out fine with Ruben Diaz. But that year was the 1920. That was a clown show. Did we replace David Silva? Not really. We just kind of moved Bernardo inside, and then Mahrez just became that first choice, and then Phil Foden just took over the wings. So not really David Silva replacement. Who else? Fernandinho. Rodri kind of had a rough season in 1920, but then we eventually replaced him. But who else? Didn't replace Sterling, really, his profile at least anyway. So, and now Jude Bellingham's first choice is gone. Alexis McAllister might be gone. Our two first choice wingers, Leao and Kvaratskhelia, they're kind of either not moving or locked into new contracts. So big summer for Cheeky. But back to West Ham. First half, like I said, very tough. Is that maybe due to the team? Bernardo Silva and Alvarez playing in midfield roles. I don't think we've seen that before. It's usually maybe Alvarez and Ilkay Gundogan, but Ilkay Gundogan got the rest today. No Kevin De Bruyne at all. He was just there in his uncle fit on the bench and whatnot. But Alvarez and Bernardo Silva was just with Ortega and Noah and Kyle Walker. It's a very rotated kind of sort of strange. I'm not saying it's bad. It was just a strange. We haven't seen that 11 before. Phil Foden didn't get a start yet, but he did come on. He got his goal, a nice deflected volley. Volley or not, who cares? It was a good strike. I don't mind him shooting from that range. Volley outside the box. It deflected, it goes in. That's fine by me. 10 Premier League goals this season. He's the only guy in the squad with 10 Premier League goals apart from Erling Haaland, obviously. But yeah, he's had 9 goals, 5 assists the last 2 seasons now in the Prem, so consistent. He now has 10 goals, 5 assists in the Prem, so yeah, he's just improving on that consistency. So yeah, very consistent it seems, Phil Foden at the moment. So yeah, consistent from Phil Foden now, always improving. He'd probably get a start now, probably against Leeds maybe for Riyad Mahrez. He didn't really set the world alight. He got the assist for the first goal, to be fair, but as we've seen, a hat-trick in a FA Cup semi-final doesn't get him back in the team, although that was for a big game where Bernardo usually starts. But I'm expecting Foden to get a game at Leeds. Could be in for Julian Alvarez in that Kevin De Bruyne role even, because that's kind of Foden's where he should be ending up, so it'd be nice to see him to get some minutes there. But yeah, Julian Alvarez also started another game in that role, the Kevin De Bruyne role. Was he as effective today? I'm not too sure. Gave the ball away, not that secure on the ball, but to be fair, the players in that position are never that secure. KDB, it's all about creating chances, risk taking, so don't know if you can harp on about him too much about that, but not his usual standard peppering of shots like he usually does. The boy loves a shot, like we know at this stage. Rodri's still continuing to start every single game. Even when Calvin Phillips came on, he was laughing as if like, oh, I'm getting in Premier League minutes now. It was kind of funny to see him laughing as if like everyone just takes the piss at him really. But Rodri is having to play every game now because he's not up to this required level, and that's going to burn Rodri out sooner or later. It may be that one game that he has a poor game because of tiredness or exhaustion. It might be a Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid, and then who's laughing then? It's not any of us, that's for sure. It'd be annoying. Like, it's just when you want your backup CDM. Even Ortega is getting more minutes than him. Like, he's made a start in the Premier League. Has Phillips made a start in the Premier League? I don't think so. I'd be very surprised. Sure, even Gundogan plays in the 6 before Calvin Phillips does, as we've seen in the Sheffield game. But yeah, strange when that Rodri's still having to play game on game. I don't think Leeds would start. I don't think Calvin Phillips is going to start anytime soon. Maybe if we've played our games in hand and we're 4 points ahead, he might start a game then with a couple of games to go. Who knows? If we win the league mathematically, he'd probably just start the rest of the Premier League games. Because if we're in an FA Cup final, we have to rest Rodri. If we're maybe in a Champions League final, we'll probably rest loads of players. You might get game time then. But yeah, I don't even know about that first half, how we'd go about rectifying it. I don't know how I don't even know how you'd combat it, because it's just that struggle that we usually have against when teams just sit back for the whole pack the bus for 90 minutes. It's a good thing we broke them down. Did they even come out after that? Well, the goal was kind of on a counter-attack, sort of. Grealish down the middle, I like that. I want to see more of that, because he's able to turn 360 and he's able to turn like back to front when he's in the middle. Like, he's great at turning. People don't expect it as much. If he's on the wing, people know he's already going to like get the ball and like be already face on, because Pep wants them to touch it on their outer foot and then shoot off straight away. It's different angles on the wing when you're turning, but in the midfield, I like him there. Maybe not as an 8, just maybe coming in off the wing and picking up in the middle. That could be a solution to get him in the positions that he got in today for the Erling Haaland goal. And that goal, lovely chip from Erling Haaland. We haven't seen him with a chip goal, I don't think, yet this season. Great finish, an underutilized finish from all players, the chip. I'm not going to go on some deep theological thing about the chip now, but yeah, it's one of those things that came to my head. Just an undervalued shot, because goalkeepers are always off their line and players just don't chip it as much as they should. But Erling Haaland, slight tip by Fabianski that obviously didn't prevent anything, but he did get a slight touch to it. But yeah, Erling Haaland, 35 goals in the Prem this season, 51 in all comps. He's just got Dixie Dean. He's clear of whoever it was on 50. There was 2 players on 50. I think Clive Telsey might have been one of them. But yeah, he's just chasing down Dixie Dean on 63 now. Premier League goal record, he's cleared that now. Debut season 22 years ago, and he's actually just unbelievable. I seen something like he could retire, he could leave City and almost go down as one of the greatest strikers, or the greatest striker in Premier League history. Like, it's mad. So one of the only records he's chasing now is Mo Salah's non-penalty goals record. He's 3 off. I think he's on 28. Mo Salah's 31. I think Luis Suarez is 31 as well. So 4 to break it. 4 non-penalty goals in 5 games, is it? Yeah, hopefully he does that, because that's kind of the real test of measurement scoring. Yeah, you can score penalties, that's all well and good, but you have a 70% chance, I think, is the stat of scoring a penalty. But getting those non-penalty goals, even though he scored loads of tap-ins this year, it doesn't matter. Non-penalty goals is a really good stat if he's breaking that record. It just kind of goes to show Mo Salah's insane debut season for Liverpool. 17-80, 32 Prem goals, 44 goals and assists in all comps, I think it was. And then this non-penalty goals record with 31 or 32. I think it was 31. But yeah, mad record that. Hopefully Erling Haaland breaks that too. What else does he even have left to break? I seen there was another one the other day, but it's left my mind at the moment. It's another Premier League one. But yeah, 51 goals in all comps. He's well ahead of second place in Europe. Is Kylian Mbappe, I think, on 31, could be, or 41. No, 31, I think. Yeah, I don't know. But I think he could be like 20-something. No, 20-something, no. I think he's like 21 ahead of Mo Salah and Marcus Rashford and players like that. But Mbappe's maybe on 31. But yeah, he's well on course for the Golden Boot. If he wins a treble this year, could he be on for the Ballon d'Or? He should be, I think. But of course, we're biased over here. Has Messi done enough apart from the World Cup to earn it? World Cup is really only 7 games. If Messi gone out bad in the Champions League and he's going out badly with his club, he's leaving PSG this summer. Like, depends how he starts off his next summer, but it depends how he starts off at his new club next summer. But if Erling Haaland leads us to a treble, it's kind of almost hard to deny him. Like, he's 59 goals and assists in all comps. He definitely breaks 60, 65 maybe. He could even get close to 60 goals in the season, which is mental. That's only like Messi, Ronaldo numbers, and maybe one Lewandowski season in 1920. But that's it in the history books, like in recent memory anyway. But Erling Haaland, record breaker. Jack Grealish was another goal, goal or assist, but with another assist today, another stat I should say. Jackie G&A still at it. He went off the ball stats wise, I think, the last couple of games. Phil Foden with a goal and assist in his last 15 minutes or something like that. That spread across 2 games. He must have got an assist against Arsenal, was it? Or did we play Fulham? Oh, his last 2 appearances, that's what, a goal and assist. So yeah, good stuff for Foden coming back. Injury wise, we seem to be pretty good at the moment. Is there anyone out? I don't think so. Kevin De Bruyne is the only one actually. Hopefully he comes back soon. Just as long as we win every Prem game and he's back for Real Madrid, that's all that matters. But yeah, strange first half, great second half, and Guard of Honor after the game was a nice touch. I liked how it was a surprise, but I just would have preferred if they announced it ahead of time, because all the fans didn't know about it and they just left, so the place was half empty for such a big occasion. I get Guard of Honor for breaking the Premier League record. No one expected it, to be fair. It was a nice surprise, but there was no one in the stadium. Like, you just think if he was at Dortmund or something, the stadium would have been, and if it was announced, the stadium would have been rocking for it. Would have been a massive thing. It would have been nice if it was a massive thing here, but that's just based on the announcement team. They just didn't announce it. We didn't know it was going to happen. So why would fans stay behind if for no reason? Like, they should have just announced it at a time. But yeah, Guard of Honor for Erling Haaland. Love that guy to bits. He's my favourite City player at the moment. He probably will go down as my favourite City player ever. But yeah, that's the game. That's Man City 3, West Ham 0. Back top of the table where we belong with a game in hand. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How many goals do you think Erling Haaland will finish on this season? Hit the like button. It helps other City fans find the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And I shall see you next time. Peace.